Welcome to episode 4 of Uncommon Grounds podcast with director Hitman. And in today's podcast, we're going to talk about the good old American jail system. Yeah, we have the most corrupt jail system in the world. They like to call it rehabilitation, but it's technically to break your mind and make you be a repeat offender because in the American jail system, it's a big, huge bankroll of money. If you've been following the podcast, I told everybody my background's a street gang member, so if you add those two together, I've been to prison many, many times. Not proud of it, but when you're young and you're caught up in that type of lifestyle, you don't give a damn. It comes with the territory, as they say, where I come from. Or they also say, you know what you signed up for. And one thing I can say about this jail system is, okay, I did the crime, I did the time, but there's a whole lot of corruption and bullshit in between all that. Sentencing is very harsh. If you murder somebody, okay, you get what you get. But there's a lot of crimes in between where a lot of the sentences aren't just. I'll be honest with everybody. I was talking to my sister about this topic. She's a hell of a lot smarter than I am, y'all. And we were actually thinking one of the problems with the American jail system or any jail system is there's a human being attached, right? A judge. Let's say, for instance, a judge. I'm Mr. Judge O'Hare. I wake up one day, I gotta go to work like everybody else, right? It's my job. What if I have a little argument with my wife and I'm mad all day? Do I take out my anger at home on every inmate that comes before me that day? That's something to think about. I wonder if that happens. I wonder if somebody's mad the dog shit on their favorite pair of pants before work and now everybody has to do 5 to 10 years today because I'm mad. Has anybody ever thought about that? Or are we the type of society, oh, they're a judge, that means they're fucking perfect. Nobody's perfect. Let me ask you guys this. What would you guys feel about a computerized judge court system? Let me give you an example. Every state's different. Every country's different. I'm from Pennsylvania. We have very harsh laws over here. You're going to go to jail for any goddamn thing. It might be different in New York. It might be different in New Jersey, right? Everywhere's different. In the great state of Pennsylvania, you get caught with a nickel dime bag of weed. For people who don't know what that is, that's a gram in underneath of marijuana. You're going to go to jail for that. New York City, they'll probably just laugh at you and dump it in the gutter, tell you get the fuck out of here. Things like that make state for state different, right? In Pennsylvania, we have a point system. I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember what it is like I used to because I ain't been to jail in over 10, but it used to be like, I don't remember if it was a felony, I don't remember if a felony's a point or if a felony's two, I don't remember the details. But over here in Pennsylvania, when you get a certain amount of points, you're getting a certain amount of time every time. There's no way around it. So my thing is, if it runs by a point system, let the computer add the points up, right? Why does a judge have to be in between if it's points? Yes, there's a minimum and maximum for everything, but I would lean more towards a computerized system so I don't have to feel in my heart there was some type of personal angst in my sentencing. The judge might not have liked the way my hair is cut. The judge might not like my shoe choice. Shit, believe it or not, the judge might not like my skin color. A computer doesn't give a damn about none of that. Since everything's so goddamn smart and everything's so AI and computerized, well, let's, the same way they're getting the good old Wendy's worker out with a robot, why don't we do a computerized court system? Yeah, I'd vote for that. I'm sure there's a lot of people who listen to this podcast who are a hell of a lot smarter than me who probably know the reasons of why or why not that wouldn't work. I'm sure ones if the goddamn electricity goes out. But we all know generators for that. You know what I mean? We all know how that goes. But that's my opinion. And let me tell you guys something. The American jail system is fucked up. Like, you going to jail is just the beginning of your problems. You gotta deal with the 500 niggas in there, angry, mad, wanna go home. Now that's your next thing you gotta deal with. Everybody in jail's a tough guy. It could be the 4'11" dude, good old Pablo from down the block. He could be a straight sucker on the street, but in jail, everybody gotta be a tough guy, whether they're really tough or not. That's just how it goes. But I feel like when you go to jail, do your time, but it shouldn't have to be a gladiator sport all in between that. It's supposed to be real rehabilitation. Now, yeah, there's the jail kitchen, and yeah, you can go sweep up, and that's not rehabilitation, that's work. And in America, they like to pay you literally change to slave your ass because you're in jail. I've heard people make 40 cents a day slaving. Like, when I mean slaving, I mean not just go to one shift for 40 cents. I mean, you're going to do breakfast, lunch, dinner. 40 cents. I think I used to make $1 a day slaving in Lehigh County Prison. It's a messed up system out there, y'all. And nothing in there stops somebody from coming back. Everything about our system is to get you to come back, because it's like a hamster wheel. It's a revolving door, man. And everything has something to do with everything else. Why do you think alcohol is legal? Why would we have alcohol legal over marijuana? Now, marijuana is getting more legal, but what makes you do more stupider shit? Alcohol or marijuana? People do dumb shit on weed. We know that. But people do a hell of a lot more stupider shit on alcohol. And I'll tell you why. Alcohol made its comeback past prohibition. Because it keeps the prison system going. It keeps funeral homes going, it keeps hospitals going, and it keeps bars and businesses going. If they stop serving alcohol, a lot of things will probably start to close down eventually. Anybody ever thought of that? Nah, I'm sure everybody thought of that. Nobody's that naive where you don't think everything's connected together, because it is. It definitely is. If you've been to prison or you have some type of thoughts on the prison system in America or your country or wherever you're from, please come to YouTube and type in A Director Hitman Film and click podcast on my channel and leave your comment on this podcast. This is episode 3. We need a revamp, y'all. And I'm not here to say defund the police. I'm not one of those people, man. We need police out there. I just don't believe in corruption. Never have and never will. Our jail system over here needs a huge revamp. The COs are corrupt, the wardens are corrupt, the judges are corrupt, the lawyers corrupt, the damn bailiffs corrupt, the sheriffs, everybody's corrupt, man. That's why I don't feel it'd be a bad idea to go to a computerized system. But enough about the computer judge. Jail itself is a damn hellhole. It's literally deteriorating for the brain. Now, I know there's a whole lot of people out there like, that's what the fuck you get. When you go to jail, that's what you get. But there's countries like, I don't want to say the wrong country, man. I apologize, but like Poland or Norway, whatever. There's places in the world where they literally don't have bars on the cell doors. I watched a whole documentary about it. The COs are trained to sit down and learn about their inmates. They're trained to talk to them. And you know what the president of that country said? They talk shit about American jail system as they should. That's what they said. He said, we want our COs in our prison to sit down and treat the inmates like their neighbor. He said, you know why? Drum roll, please. Because if they don't murder somebody and they eventually get out, they will be your motherfucking neighbor. Oh, wow. What? Damn, these people are smart. Exactly, y'all. The person who's in jail is going to come out and eventually be your neighbor. And if that person is not taught any type of skills or training or social skills, they're going to be your rowdy neighbor next door to you committing crime still because they didn't learn shit but how to learn how to commit more crimes. I think we need to get the blueprint of that country's judicial system, and I think we need to start to implement it, y'all. I really do, because I think that was the dopest thing I heard in a long time, was to treat a jail inmate like your neighbor because they will be your neighbor one day. Super smart, man. I'm sure people listening got some horror stories about the jail system. Everybody in the world got a person in their family that went to jail. I'd find it hard to believe there's some family who doesn't have some person in jail. I'm not saying they do hard time, but there's people who get arrested for, public drunkenness. People get arrested for doing dumbass shit. America makes money on anything. Anything. Somebody wrote up like if you walk across the street not in those white lines, you gonna get a fine. Jaywalking or whatever the hell it's called. Are y'all serious? But even little stupid shit like that is how, I don't want to say corrupt. That's not corrupt. That's just law. But in general, it's like, who thought of that? Like, okay, people get hit by a car from crossing the street, not in the crosswalk. They don't gotta go to jail. They gotta go to the hospital, man. And trust me, I think that's a better life lesson than going to jail or getting a fine about it. What y'all think about that? Yeah, I've seen it all in jail, y'all. I've seen it all. Seen COs do shit where they should be in jail for doing. It's bad out here in America, y'all. We have the most corrupt system in the world times 100, guaranteed, y'all. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's wild, y'all. But in my jail experience, I've seen people get knocked out. We've seen people damn near get cut up. I've seen it all, especially being as a gang member. As a gang member, guess where you're going, y'all? Right on the goddamn gang pod. So you would think you get off the streets and won't have to deal with no more gang shit. You could do your time. But nah, man, that's when it really kicks up. That's when real gang banging starts, when you hit the prison system. See, when you're on the street, you can duck and dive the gang, right? You can go to work and all types of shit. In jail, you're not duck and diving shit. Jail is where these so-called tough guys learn that they're not tough. Because on these streets, y'all, you can easily pull out a gun and be a tough guy, but in jail, you better pull out your motherfucking hands or your shank, at least in the American jail system. But yeah, let me tell you more about this jail corruption stuff, My last time I got arrested with body armor, sawed-off shotgun. Body armor's a bulletproof vest. Had a double breastplate. I had some fly shit, man. I did some dumb shit, y'all. I got drunk. Went across town to one of my ex's house. I was so drunk. Somebody was in the crib. I was there. My homeboy. I don't know, man. I saw, picked up homeboy by his neck on the wall. Yeah, tried to go back home. Police came, basically beating down my door. I didn't even have the gun with me when I did that shit. Searched, found my sawed off in my closet, minding his business, and my body armor in the same closet. I go to jail. My sawed off was almost legal. There's a legal sawed off limit where you can shave the barrel down, for y'all who don't know about sawed offs. And mine was like some stupid shit. They could have let it slide, but they didn't. At the time, I wasn't illegal to not have a weapon, at least a shotgun. When you get a handgun, that's one thing. A shotgun, normally most people can just go and buy. Yeah, so I went to jail for that. I sit in jail for about 9 months. because if you don't make bail, my bail was $75K. If you don't make bail in America, you're gonna sit in jail for at least 9 months and wait to go to court. That's how they get you, because every day you sit in jail. At least back in my day, it was like $15 a day. Now I heard they found it to be unethical. Now it's like $60 a year. Huh. I wonder why they didn't take my cost and fine away. But that's a whole nother story. I sit in jail, I go to court. I'm nervous as hell. Like, there's nothing in my mind that's not telling me I'm gonna go upstate for 5 years. Like, as soon as I went to jail that day, in my mind I was like, I'll see myself in 10 years when I get out. I thought I was done for. Listen, y'all, when I went to court, not only did the cop not show up, the body armor never showed up. It was never put in no evidence or nothing. Nothing. Nobody shows up to court. I don't see no evidence. The gun ain't there. The body armor ain't there. They asked me if I wanted to plead. If I wanted to plead out. I should have said no and just sat there and just got a mistrial, but I wanted to get the fuck out of there after 9 months. Yeah. Corruption at its finest, right? Where'd that gun go, y'all? Where'd that body armor go, y'all? How does this stuff just disappear, man? Why would the cop be on vacation when they know he's scheduled a court date, y'all? I don't know. But one thing I would tell y'all is, I thank God himself. I thank God himself for that blessing for me. Ever since I got out after that close call, guess what I never did? Do no dumb shit again, y'all. Plus, I had my child, so my child technically changed my life. But this system's corrupt, y'all. It's bad in America. What's some things you think that can help to change this system so we don't have as many inmates coming in and out? It's getting worse out there, y'all. People are just shooting in the crowds, going to mind their business at a goddamn fair. It's getting crazy in America, y'all. Everywhere else in the world, you know what they labeled us? We're the Cowboys. Not the Dallas Cowboys. We're the good old Cowboys and Indian Cowboys. Click 'em pow. That's what America's known for. Shoot guns. Guns. Guns and being good old world bullies is kind of what we're known for, right? But now this shit is getting out of hand. Crime's getting out of hand. The jail system's out of hand. I already know it's gonna something crazy is gonna happen. Shit's gonna definitely explode in everybody's face eventually if shit don't start to change now to get us a better jail system. Yeah, y'all. I just definitely wanted to chime in and give my thoughts about that. And if you have some crazy cases about the jail system in America or even your country where you're from, like I said, once again, please come over to YouTube and type in Uncommon Grounds Podcast with Eric the Hitman. It'll pop up. And please leave a comment and thoughts underneath this video so I can respond to y'all. Because I don't know how it works, on Amazon or iTunes and Spotify, wherever else this podcast is streaming. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't think y'all can leave no comment because I haven't seen shit. But YouTube is where it's at, y'all. Please leave me your thoughts. I would really like to hear some feedback. I'd like to know what you guys think that'll help the jail system. If it's not computerized, like I was saying, what would you do to help the jail system? Besides nobody committing crime, because honestly, that's what we all want. But I already know that ain't going to stop, man. That's just part of human beings in general. We're fucking schemers and connivers, man. Naturally, it's in the blood. We can't help it. But this is Uncommon Grounds Podcast with Eric the Hitman. Thank y'all for tuning in once again.